Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Jamie, the crafty DIY guy. Welcome to my channel and thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to show you how to create the perfect charcuterie board map using my Cricut Maker. Now, this charcuterie board is perfect timing because all of us know that we've got a lot of holiday entertaining coming up, whether that's with our friends, whether that's with our families, whether that's with a combo. You are going to want to entertain, and I was able to make all of this using my Cricut Maker. Now, when looking at something like this, you may be thinking, how am I going to create something like that? Is it drawn on? Do you use your scissors to cut the vinyl out? Well, let me introduce you to Design Space. Design Space is a program where you can cut, design, and customize all of your designs. Think of Design Space as kind of like the main hub or the brain of the Cricut machine, because it is going to directly communicate with your machine. And this applies, by the way, to any machine that you have, whether you have the Cricut Explorer 3, the Cricut Explorer Air 2, the Cricut Maker like I have, the Cricut Maker 3 like I've also recently got, or the Cricut Joy. Any of the Cricut machines are going to work perfectly with Design Space. Now, my favorite two parts of Design Space include the home page and the canvas. The home page is where you can find featured templates. You can save projects that you're working on that maybe you're just not ready to create. You can find project templates of pre-created ideas. You can even find projects from beginners or other creators or different types of projects depending on what you're doing, whether you're creating a mug, maybe you're doing an iron-on, maybe you're doing a card. Literally everything you are going to need is right there on Design Space, but my favorite portion is the canvas section. Again, this is where all of your designs come to life, and it really starts with the project section and the images section. Now, to go to your canvas and begin creating, you're going to go into the upper right-hand corner. Click the three bars at the top, sometimes people call them a hamburger, and select Canvas. Now, if you scroll down, you're going to see the Images section. Click on that and begin exploring, because in this image section, this is where you're going to find all kinds of inspiration for a variety of ideas and literally a variety of pre-made designs. Now, you're able to browse through over 250,000 images that you can use. If you have a monthly Design Space account, you may use a variety of these designs as a part of your membership, or you can purchase these designs individually. And again, what's so great about this is that this is really your creation. So you are in charge here. You can be as creative as you want, or you can simply get creative inspiration from the Cricut Design Space. Now, once you've found your favorite design, just simply click on the image that you would like. But don't worry, you're not limited to just that one. Once you see that purple shadow around your image, it has been selected for you, and it will be added to your canvas when you're ready. So if you're not sure and you want to keep browsing along, keep doing it, because your options are not limited. You can literally keep looking through all 250 plus thousand images, and as you find more, just simply click on that image as well, and then when you're ready, add everything to your canvas and sort it out there. Now you can see here that I have a ton of images, and so the great thing about Design Space and the canvas is that you can literally use this board as your kind of sorting board. You can move things to the left, to the right, you can size them, you can do a variety of things with them, and you can even remove the designs that you're just not that crazy about. Now, another great thing about Design Space is that you can also change your mind and start all over, which is exactly what I did. Those first charcuterie images, I really did like them, but I wanted something a little simpler for me to weed and a little something that would be a little more clean or a little more basic, if you will, because I wanted the images to really stand out. And then I wanted to add some fun accessories. And of course, this is where Design Space comes into play there, because I am my own artist and I can create my own board the exact way that I want it to. I found some really fun images that represent a charcuterie board that I'm going to go with for this project. So now that I have everything ready to go, I am going to print my design using Design Space. I am using my Cricut Maker for this project, and I am simply just following the prompts that Design Space is giving me, and it is allowing me to cut out all of my designs. My Cricut machine is working fast and working efficiently to get all of those designs cut for me. And then once that is done, I am simply going to start the weeding process. In order to start weeding, all you have to do is grab your Cricut tools, your weeders, your spatulas, and you are going to get moving. For all of these projects, I am using the Smart Vinyl, and the Smart Vinyl is so easy to weed. I absolutely love working with this vinyl, and it is so easy to literally separate all of your pieces to really start to reveal your design. After applying my transfer tape, I then decided to go ahead and cut out each one of my signs individually. I'm doing this so I can apply these individually to my cutting board in a variety of different areas. And by the way, if you're going to do any kind of project like this, make sure that you are going to leave yourself at least 24 to 48 hours before you start serving food on this, because you are going to want to, after applying your vinyl, seal this with some sort of food safe sealant. There are a lot of different varieties that you can find on places like Amazon or even in Michael's, in Hobby Lobby, in a variety of stores. Make sure that you have everything nice and safely sealed, or before serving food on your board, just wrap it in a saran wrap or plastic wrap. Now, these were the fun accessories that I wanted to add. I thought that these directional arrows would be a lot of fun to include in the charcuterie board map that I'm creating here. The map is really just a fun way to not only add your ingredients to your charcuterie board, but it is also a fun way to let everyone know that everything literally goes with everything on your charcuterie board. Now, I am first going to go ahead and place the crackers sticker down in the center. I peeled that away from my transfer tape, and all I'm going to be doing is using my spatula here to make sure that everything is laid out completely flat on my board. You will want to use a higher pressure when you are doing this because you are transferring this onto a wood surface. Now, the vinyl I'm also using is a permanent vinyl, but again, you are going to want to make sure that you seal this properly before serving any kind of food on top of it. That is what I did with mine. After I had all of my labels laid out and ready, I did take this outside. I sprayed it down with a food safe clear coat, and then I used it for my charcuterie board. That's really, really important because obviously you want to make sure that everybody in your family is safe. Now, after I have approved and laid out all of my labels, and I say approved there because I literally played around with the spacing on these so many different times, and as I was kind of putting these in each little corner or in each little place, I was thinking about all of the yummy ingredients that I had in the refrigerator and everything that I love to include on a charcuterie board. Now, of course, this is not going to be everything that you're going to want on your charcuterie board. You may want a little more meat. You may like 3 or 4 different types of jam. You may like 5 or 6 different variety of crackers. This is simply just a fun way to decorate a charcuterie board. This would look fantastic in your kitchen, just displayed like a fun charcuterie board. Again, there are so many fun ways that you can do this and decorate it, and the map is just a guideline for your road trip, for your fantastic holiday party. Now that I have all my labels in place, it is time to add those directional arrows, and I'm going to use a very similar process by just cutting out each one of my labels individually, or each one of my arrows individually, and those are going to serve as directionals because again, it doesn't matter on a charcuterie board what goes with what because typically everything goes with everything, and the charcuterie boards really allow you a lot of experimentation, so why not make your arrows go in every single direction possible. Once I decided where it was time to place my labels, I simply repeated that same process you saw with the larger ones and added all of my labels. Now with these, I did do these by hand because I thought that these would be a little easier to place, and it turned out fine. Again, that smart vinyl is really, really easy to use. And when it was all done, I had the perfect charcuterie board. This is what it looks like, and I love this board so much. Just the way it is. I would display this in my kitchen just like this all year round. And then, of course, when it was time to create the perfect charcuterie board, all you have to do is follow your map and you've got something that looks like this. How yummy is this? And it is the perfect way to entertain your guests for the holidays. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's project. If anything, I hope that you got a lot of inspiration from it. There are a variety of ways to create something like this if you do not have a Cricut. However, I want you to check out the links in my description box below because Cricut has some incredible sales going on, especially with the holidays coming up, and they even have some great financing options that might work within your budget. Again, I hope that you enjoyed everything today. Be sure and check out Cricut.com and the links in my description box below. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you, of course, to Cricut for sponsoring today's video.